Good evening, everybody. This is your instructor, Patrick Vogelpool, walking you through the prompt for our first essay. And if you have questions after listening to this video, please feel free to email me. Feel free to call me during the day. I want to make sure that all of you succeed in this first essay. I want you to do very well. I want you to do well in all of your essays, but I know that first essay for a lot of folks can be terrifying. So let me know if you need my help. Okay, 3 to 4 pages, due Saturday, September 13 at 11:59 p.m. I'm going to I will post on our Blackboard page later next week submission instructions. The prompt: both Sanders and Chua offer provocative ideas in their essays. Sanders being the author of Love is the Killer app, Chua being the author of Why Chinese Mothers Are Superior. However, neither writer presents a flawless argument. There's no such thing as a flawless argument. So for your first graded essay, I want you to poke a hole in either Love is the Killer app or Why Chinese Mothers Are Superior. All you need to do is find a 2 to 3 sentence passage in either essay, just one essay, that just doesn't make sense to you. Then take the rest of your essay to explain why that single idea that one author presented is flawed. You want to show me how it's flawed in 3 different ways. Okay? Grading givens. If you don't have the following, I just can't grade your essay. So first thing, you need a summary of the article in question. The summary should answer these questions. First of all, what is the author's thesis? What exactly is the author trying to prove? The second part of the summary should reveal the author's main arguments. In other words, how the author is trying to prove their thesis. This should be mostly in your own words. I would say at the very least, 80% should be in your own words. Maybe you have one quote. That's it. Summaries need to be objective, right? You have to avoid the I. You have to avoid your feelings. And you just have to spit it out. Here's what the author tried to prove. Here's how they tried to prove it. Your thesis needs to reveal what you will prove and how you will do so. So before the thesis, you're going to let us know which passage you're going to work with, right? And you're going to say in the thesis, this idea is flawed, and here are the 3 reasons why it's flawed. And you can even mention the ideas. That is absolutely fine with me. Body's got to remain on topic. Works cited page, MLA formatting, and a standard 12-point font. Grading rubric. Now remember, this is a 10-point job. So this is what you have to do for 5 points. It's a lot of work, right? So bear with me. Quality of the argument. Your summary has to be brief but accurate. Your thesis has to be clear, revealing what you'll prove and how you'll do so. You have to have enough evidence, and it has to make sense. Your evidence can come from your own life. It can come from the lives of people around you. It can come from common knowledge history. It can come from film, television, any of those arenas. Those are all fair game. As long as that evidence clearly ties to your topic sentence in question, I am happy. I am happy. Avoid stereotypes whenever possible. Make sure you're organized. Make sure the conclusion answers the question, so what? And use 2 to 3 quotes from the essay in question. So maybe you have one tiny quote in the summary. You have the passage in question that you're going to argue against. And maybe you use a passage later in the essay that reveals a better idea that the author has. Or maybe you find another passage that you can argue against in support of your thesis. Things like that. Sentence quality. Avoid wordiness and poor word choice. Okay. If you can say something in 10 words instead of 12, do it. That stuff adds up. Use commas correctly. Avoid slang. And avoid contradictions that do not indicate possession. So don't, can't, won't. Spell those out. Okay. MLA format, headers and page numbers in the right place. Do you properly introduce and, when necessary, explain, if a quote needs to be explained, its connection to your topic, sentence, or thesis needs to be explained, do so. And do you format and cite all quotes correctly? Do you cite all paraphrases? Remember, paraphrases, a rewording of any specific sentence from some other person, needs to be cited. You have to do it, or it is potentially seen as plagiarism. And your works cited page has to be excellent. I posted a link in our Blackboard page under assignments that has a whole bunch of guidelines on how to do a works cited page. Tips. Like I said, summary. Do what this says. Then offer your thesis. 3 arguments that you can support almost instinctively. Don't be a hero and try to prove something incredibly difficult. You only have a few days and up to 4 pages. That's including the works cited page. Or not including. 3 to 4 page essay and then a works cited page. It's gonna be possibly tougher than you think to get to 4 pages of quality. So if your gut is telling you that one passage in Chua, okay, why Chinese mothers are superior, is deeply flawed, and you could just go on and on and on about it right now, then stick to that. Don't pick a quote that's hard to try to impress me. That's terrible. It's a terrible idea, and you shouldn't do that to yourself. Make sure each paragraph features an explanation of the topic sentence and supporting examples. So if your topic sentence is unclear, explain it. Then give us some supporting examples. Reading in question, your own life experience of people you know, history, television show, film, etc. Take at least 2 days to make sure you avoid unintentional plagiarism before submitting the final draft. Take at least a day to review your sentences before submitting your final draft. Friday the 5th, right before midnight, you want to email me either a full rough draft or a well-developed outline with your thesis and 2-3 quotes we'll use in the essay. The following week, I'm going to email you notes on your rough draft or outline, and the 13th, the essay is due. If you want to get this done faster, this revision process, let's have a phone conference during the week of the 8th, and I will have that information on scheduling next week. Also, this is what you would call a synthesis essay. Synthesis is when you take your ideas, plus another person's ideas, right? And you create a stronger essay. That's college. Take your ideas, someone else's ideas, and come up with a better argument, a better way of seeing something in your field of study. That's it. Okay? So, if you have questions, let me know. And I'm going to get you a video, an explainer on my comp class or your comp class soon, probably next 24, 36 hours. And you can start on that. We'll have that start on the 1st, and you go to November 1st. All right, folks, you hang in there. Peace.